Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to today's highlight, coronavirus. Starbucks has closed about 2,000 of its outlets in China. Yes, you heard that right. Starbucks has closed about half of its branches in China to protect its staff and to support government's efforts in containing the coronavirus. The coffee shop chain has warned that rapidly expanding infection is likely to affect its financial performance. Starbucks has almost 4,300 outlets in China alone, making the company's biggest market outside the United States. The number of deaths from the virus has risen to more than 130 and almost 6,000 confirmed infections. Starbucks Chief Executive Karen Johnson has told us that the firm was navigating through a very dynamic situation. The firm told Wall Street analysts that it had been planning to upgrade its annual profit forecast after a better-than-expected first quarter performance, but decided against changing its projections due to the coronavirus outbreak. Starbucks opened its first Chinese outlet in Beijing in January 1999. Chinese sales account for about 10% of Starbucks' global revenue, making the country its most important global growth engine. The move highlights the major challenges facing global corporations from the spread of the deadly virus. Apple boss Tim Cook has said his company is closely monitoring the coronavirus outbreak, which has clouded its forecast for the upcoming quarter. The technology giant has limited travel and reduced store hours in China, while its supplier factories remain closed longer than expected. Earlier this week, Facebook became the first big US firm to tell staff to avoid traveling to China. The social media giant said it was acting out of an abundance of caution to protect its employees. Other global companies have also introduced travel restrictions, and car makers are taking their staff out of the country. Toyota said on Wednesday that its production plants in China will remain closed until 9 February in response to the coronavirus. The Japanese car maker said the closures were in line with transport lockdowns imposed by Chinese authorities as the company assesses its supply chain. Toyota has plants in the northern city of Tianjin and the southern province of Guangdong. Hundreds of foreign nationals have been evacuated from the central city of Wuhan, the epicenter of this pandemic. Flights have left the city with Japanese and US citizens, while the European Commission said it would help repatriate European nationals after a request from France. At the same time, companies in China have advised staff to work from home in an attempt to slow down the spread of the deadly virus. Businesses are also offering workers longer holidays, as well as telling employees returning from the most affected areas to stay away from work. I'm Iman Khairunnisa, and you're watching BBC News.